Good afternoon, everybody. This is Jean Favor with the Great Start Collaborative's Community Connections series, and super excited today to welcome our guest. And Emily Boehm is the Program Services Manager for the Northwest Michigan Habitat for Humanity. So I'm really excited because this is an area that's a little outside of the early childhood realm, but still greatly impacts families and children, obviously. And so I get to learn a whole lot today. I've been kind of surfing the web and checking out, the website, which is super informative, and I'll pop the link in the chat as well. But to hear it from Emily, she's got a whole lot of information and maybe just a brief introduction. Emily, how long have you been with Habitat?
I have been for Habitat just over 3 years now, and I had volunteered with them prior to this role. And when this position opened up, I was more than thrilled to be able to join the team full time, and I love it. My role, I work directly with the families benefiting with the programs, our home ownership, home repair. We did offer an aging in place program last year, and I'm kind of their person that they go to on their point of contact from their first inquiry all the way to closing on the home, signing the paperwork, and even afterwards. So it's really fulfilling for me.
Yeah, okay, so that's super exciting also because just to see you and get to know you a little bit. So you are the person that if I was interested in using any of the Habitat services, or maybe any of them, I'm not sure all of them,
Yeah.
but you're like my go-to, my liaison, my
Yes.
support person. So you're the one that I'm working with if I'm signing up for that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I just always encourage anyone, regardless of your current situation, we have resources to help you get there too. So even if you weren't ready for a mortgage or if you needed credit repair, if you had no idea if buying a home was the right step for you, to just still talk to me anyways, because I can offer you a lot of resources and a lot of opportunities to help overcome any barriers you may have. So we're not always just looking for families that are incredibly well off and ready to buy. We're looking for families that would just benefit from even education on home ownership and credit repair too.
Awesome. And like I said, I'm kind of a complete newbie at understanding habitat. So I've seen like the houses, and the
Yes.
signs out in the yard, and I've seen people, and I know you can volunteer to help build, like physically build homes for people. But the whole process of like you said, we're not just looking for people who are extremely well off and ready to purchase homes. Like, so Habitat doesn't provide homes like for free or transitions or whatever. So what is like the focus of I know this is so maybe the home ownership piece, and I know you said there's
Yeah.
more like home repair. So maybe I don't know if you want to start with that, since that's what seems like what Habitat is most well known
Yeah.
for, at least how I know recognize it.
Yes.
So what does that look like, and who would benefit? Like you said, reach out if you have any thoughts that you might benefit, but how would I know that maybe that is something for me, or what would I get from that?
Yeah, absolutely. So the home ownership program, we try to model it after an open market purchase as much as possible. So we do not give the homes away for free. We do require that you obtain a mortgage approval to purchase the homes. But the benefit in that is that we offer a lot of down payment assistance, gap financing, any other sorts of financial assistance we can accumulate for you, so that you're not buying the home for the appraised value.
Okay.
So as of right now, we do require that you have a mortgage minimum of at least $190,000. But if you can get that, then we can find assistance for you to help kind of close that gap. So instead of having a mortgage for $300,000 plus for your average home on the market today,
Hmm.
you're only obtaining a mortgage for at least $190,000. So it just makes it so much more obtainable for a lot of hardworking families in our community.
So that 190,000 mortgage, so that's what you'd need to be approved for. That's kind of the
Yes.
okay. So that doesn't necessarily mean that's the value of the home or how that works. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'd come to you and you'd walk me through these steps, obviously.
Yes.
And so I'd come to you pre-approved for a mortgage, or what? How is the?
You can come to me in any state of anything at all where you're just like, I just want to learn about it, or
Mhm.
I'm ready to apply for a mortgage and I need credit repair. That is actually one of the first things we do, is we do an intake form where we kind of assess where you're at so we can create an individualized path for you. So if you were to come to me and say like, oh, I am like, I know I want to buy a home, but I want to increase my income. We then connect you with counselors to assist with job applications or anything like that. Or if you come to me and say, I have a mortgage approval, but it's not at 190, we then connect you with lenders that can help you get to that 190, because they may have more affordable mortgage products. You can come to me saying, I don't know anything about anything, and that is completely fine. And then we help you, we kind of walk you through all the steps and we work with you every step of the way. So no matter what position you're in, if you just know that you want to own a home one day, you can come to us and we're here to help.
Awesome. So is it
Yeah.
not necessarily support for buying a habitat home? So maybe just like, would it be support like I'm interested in buying a habitat home if one's available, but maybe there isn't one available, or maybe
Yeah.
my mortgage isn't like my approval isn't that amount. So would there be kind of home ownership support or assistance for purchasing other homes or information about that if a habitat home isn't an option?
So we wouldn't be able to provide financial assistance to a home that isn't a Habitat home, but you could also benefit from any of our workshops. We do have
Okay.
free credit repair workshops each month, quarterly home buyer education workshops. We have individualized credit counseling as well. So you don't have to buy a Habitat home to partake in any of those
Okay.
services. Those are just open to the public. But as far as financial assistance, we can only provide that with a Habitat home, but we're still here for guidance too.
Right.
Some of the down payment assistance programs that we work with are at a state or even federal level that any lender could assist you in applying for as well. So there are a lot of opportunities out there that people just may not be aware of. So even if it's not a Habitat home and you just want some guidance, we're here for you for that too.
Awesome. Yeah, because I hear, habitat in the name, right? Habitat for
Yeah,
Humanity.
yeah.
So, like, we're trying to, get people in homes. So that's really
Yes.
helpful. So, are those, you said they're quarterly or somewhat regularly educational opportunities? Those are on the website. Is
Yeah.
there like an events or trainings page that you can navigate to on there?
More than anything, we post them on our social media just because
Okay.
the dates for them change. Like they're not, our monthly credit repair workshops are just more so dependent on the availability of our conference space and
Hmm.
the lender that is able to come in and teach them. So they're not
Gotcha.
always on the same day each month. But so we do post these on our social media, or if you're just interested, you can reach out to me and I'm happy to give you all of those details as well.
Very cool. Okay, so that's home ownership. So
Yes.
I'd come into you, I'd give you a call, I'd say I'm interested in maybe purchasing a home through Habitat. How do I know, like, are there homes available? Is it something that, like, is it
Yeah.
a regular thing? I know, like, location might obviously is something, but are there Habitat homes that are even available?
Yes, we are in the midst of the Foundations for Our Future campaign where we are building 43 homes in Emmet and Charlevoix counties. And we still have, I want to say, 32 more builds planned by 2025 and
Oh,
only
wow.
6 people on our wait list. So we have a lot of availability, and our team is building these homes pretty quickly too. So typically, what happens is once you are approved for your mortgage, you then apply for our program just to make sure you fall within our income guidelines and other program guidelines. You're placed on the wait list, but then after that, you're typically a homeowner within 6 months. That's how quickly we're
Oh,
turning
wow.
these homes out. So it's a really just streamlined process that removes a lot of the barriers, and we have so much availability.
That's incredible. Yeah, those are good
Thank you.
numbers.
Yes.
So you did say income qualifications and other guidelines. So that's something. Is there a way to kind of know beforehand if I'm even
Oh, yeah.
close, or would that just be calling you and finding out, or filling out the intake form, or is there something like online that I could just check out real quick?
Yeah, on our website on Northwest Michigan Habitat or northwestmihabitat.org, if you go to the home ownership page, all of those guidelines are listed. The income qualification is going to be the biggest one, but we also do a sex offender registry check and a background check. And these just ensure that the neighborhoods stay safe that we're building. We want to make sure we're putting safe people in these homes, there are children and everything in these neighborhoods. So those are really our biggest
Okay.
requirements that we look at is the income, sex offender registry, and a background check.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I have so many questions, but if I'm there, I'm right on the line. I got my mortgage approval, and I'm ready. What's kind of um, what happens if I get in the home and I'm paying my mortgage, but maybe I lose my job, or is there support to maintain home ownership? And what happens at the end of my mortgage too? Like, do I pay it off, and do I own the homes flat out, or how does it work?
Yeah. Yeah, so our team is always here for you, and we do have options with Habitat Michigan for home foreclosure prevention as well. So if at any point in your home ownership journey, your income or your ability to budget for home ownership becomes an issue even after buying the home, we're here to help. You just reach out to us and we can get you in touch with counselors that are able to assist you. Um, and then as far as purchasing the home, you do own the home and the land that it sits on. So you're able to do whatever you want to the home. You can paint it, you can have pets in it. I know those are a lot of our bigger questions is if we allow pets, but you own it. So you can do whatever you want to it. You can add a second bathroom, you can add a garage. So there's a lot of freedom in home ownership there, and we're here for you every step of the way. We've even had homeowners that after 10 years in the home had a question about their well and reached out to us, and our team came out and checked it out for them. So we truly are here for you from your first inquiry to well beyond you purchasing the home.
Beautiful. And then my last big question is, I know
Yes.
down payment, the 20% down payment that a lot of people are facing is a big barrier. So is there any room to kind of work with people on that, or how does the down payment work?
Yeah, absolutely. So the down payment really just depends on the lender that you select. But for so we have our income limits, and we have lenders up to that maximum income limit that don't require a down payment at all.
Okay.
So when you come to our program, we can ensure you that you fall within our income guidelines, and we can connect you with a lender that doesn't require a down payment. So these lenders, they typically also offer lower interest rates than what's on the open market. They can sometimes work with lower credit scores too. Again, they don't require that down payment. So these mortgage products are just so much more accessible and so much more obtainable. So if that down payment is what is the barrier that you're facing, if you work with us, you don't have to worry about that.
Excellent. And then you've talked a bit about mortgages. So is there kind of flexibility in the type of mortgage that you take out, or is there kind of these are this is the two types of mortgages that we approve, or is there kind of
Yeah.
flexibility?
So we will work with any mortgage from any lender, but we did curate some mortgage products with some local lenders and some statewide lenders as well that are just more affordable. So you aren't required to use these affordable mortgage products, but it does make the process a lot easier, and it's just a more affordable product too. So that was something that we worked on over the past year, was making sure we had an affordable mortgage product for every type of income that we would have going through our program.
Yeah, and with all these new homes going in, I mean, that seems to be, is that a typical rate, Emily, of like 40, 40 some homes,
Sorry, go ahead.
of like 40 some homes going in? I mean, is this a normal rate of growth or building for Habitat, or is
Yeah.
this kind of extreme? Because it seems like a big number.
It is a huge number for an affiliate our size, but we are working hard every day to make sure that it doesn't end there. We're constantly in communication at county level, city level, and with just some very generous foundations and donors to continue more building projects after this. A few years ago, we were just building 1 to 3 to maybe 5 homes a year,
Right.
and we've increased our capacity to 15. So this was a huge jump for us, but it's also one that we don't want to fall back on. We want to keep doing that 15 homes a year because there really is such a need in our community.
And just, for people that are interested in volunteering or helping with that efforts, are there opportunities for that as well, for
Yeah.
building or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We have a construction team of 5. So
Okay.
we are, so we are always looking for help with that. Not only just with construction, but also the restore. The restore is a really, really great part of our organization. Any shopping, donating, or volunteering at the restore directly impacts our capacity. So even if construction isn't your thing, if you're a little unsure, if you're really interested in retail or just love working with people, the restore is another great option to volunteer at.
Awesome. And where is that? Is that still right on 119?
Yeah, so our office, we're at 1840 and 119. If anyone knows where Kapowski Brewing is, we're the
Right.
building right next door.
Okay.
The administrative office and the restore are both in that building.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, definitely a place to go.
Yes.
All right, so home ownership is an option, volunteering is an option, and earlier on you talked about home repairs also?
Yes, Yes, absolutely. So our program is a little less known. We're definitely doing a lot of home ownership lately, but our repair program is a really great program. It's for homeowners in Emmett or Charlevoix County, and this program does have its income guidelines as well. But essentially, if you have a major home repair that's affecting the health and safety of your household, anything from needing a furnace repair to a full roof replacement, anything in between, we want to help out with the cost of that repair. So essentially, if you are a homeowner, you fall within our income guidelines and you can't afford the upfront cost of a major repair, if you come to us, we are going to assess your income and you only pay for a portion of that repair based on your income. And even that repayment is turned into a 7-year no interest loan to make it more feasible with opportunities for loan forgiveness too. So overall, it is just a really great program to make these repairs more manageable. For instance, we had a full roof replacement in Boyne City, and this homeowner with with the options for the down payment or for the loan forgiveness, the full new roof only cost her $4,000.
Oh, wow.
So it's a really great program that just makes these repairs much more achievable.
And so are the income requirements for that, are they the same as for home ownership, or is there a different kind of standard?
There's a different standard, and that's purely just because of where the funding is sourced from.
Okay.
So that's kind of a lot of not only just Habitat, but a lot of organizations, if they have income limits set, it's typically from the funding source that is supplying the funds for the program. So our repair income limits are a little bit less than our home ownership limits, but they're still pretty accessible. I can pull it up very quickly. So for instance, for a home in Emmett County, for even just a 2-person household, the minimum income we work with is $18,900 and the maximum is $50,350.
Okay.
So still a very large range of income there.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and
so-
this, sorry. So these income limits are also found on our website. If you go to northwestmihabitat.org, we have that home ownership section. We also have home repair. So you can look at those 2 different sections, and the income guidelines for both will be listed there, as well as the program interest form, where we just collect your contact information and then I reach out to you directly.
Feedback. Awesome. So you don't have to be a Habitat homeowner to use the
No,
home repair. That's
no.
for anybody that falls
Any-
within there in Charlevoix and Emmett.
Absolutely.
And I guess we didn't clarify. So it's Northwest Michigan Habitat for Humanity,
Yes.
but it's strictly Charlevoix and Emmett County.
It is.
Which,
Yes,
because
there
you know,
are-
Northwest Michigan, who knows what that means?
I know, right? It could be everywhere. We do have some really wonderful affiliates that compose the rest of northern Michigan. We have Sheboygan, Otsego, we have Northeast, so we have a lot of different affiliates. So even if you don't fall within our service area, the affiliates around us, if you're in these other counties, operate pretty similarly and are always looking for applicants and are always happy to help too.
Awesome. All right. We talked about home ownership. We talked about volunteering and helping out. We talked
Yes.
about home repairs. Is there anything we missed?
I don't think so. Just that we want to be a resource for everyone, regardless of their homeownership journey or home repair journey. We just want to be a resource for you. So please reach out with any questions at all, and we're always here to help.
Yes, that extra piece of the education available for the community, the free learnings. Yeah, I want to maybe focus on that a little bit because that seems like something that everybody
Yeah.
can benefit from, whether you're ready to purchase or not. Just maybe getting
Exactly.
ready to be ready to purchase or
Yeah.
to consider purchasing. What does that mean? And yeah, so I think that's a really strong benefit to the community to have available. So
Yeah.
awesome. And you are the person that I will go to and
Yes.
talk to when I'm
Please.
looking for a home. So awesome. And I hope people do show up at your doorstep and give you a call.
Thank
So you
you.
said there's a
Yeah.
form on the website that,
Yes.
a contact form that, so I don't have to necessarily call. You'll reach out to me after I send that in.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then you can also always specify how you want to be contacted, whether you would prefer a phone call or just an email, or we can even mail information to you.
Okay.
We want to reach you in any way that you're most comfortable with and make this program as accessible as possible for you. So if phone calls are not your thing, don't worry about it. I am more than happy to just email or mail you information too.
Excellent. So is there a requirement? My last question is, a lot of programs have like, you need to have like 14 hours of training, or, you know, like you need to come in and what, like, are there kind of standards or requirements in order to purchase the home? Like, we're going to, you know, you need to do this home buyer class. You need to make sure this is done first. Okay. So that's kind of part of the process of,
Yes,
Okay.
Absolutely. So we do require that all households complete the home buyer education. It's all adults in the household.
Okay.
So each adult will attend the educational workshop, and we actually just started hosting those in our office too. Previously, they were only available online. So
Mm.
if you weren't tech savvy, or if you didn't have a Zoom account or anything like that, you had to go all the way to Traverse City for it.
Okay.
But now we brought those here to Petoskey quarterly, so they're
Awesome.
much more easy. They're much easier to accomplish, and there's only a small fee of $75 for the entire household. But they also offer scholarships as well. I should say this is in partnership with the Northwest Community Action
Okay.
Agency. A HUD certified housing counselor comes in. It's about an 8 to 9 hour workshop, but you
Okay.
learn everything from that mortgage application all the way to selecting homeowners insurance and everything in between.
Awesome.
I learn something new every single time.
Right.
They're really great workshops, but that is really our only educational requirement is that
Okay.
you complete that course prior to purchasing. And again, we brought that in person as well as online,
Okay.
so it's more accessible than ever to get that
Is that
component done.
available to people again, like just like it's required to
Yeah.
purchase a home, but if you wanted to
Yes.
go in with a $75 fee just to learn all that stuff in your
Yes.
own, okay,
Yeah, and
awesome.
we actually see that pretty often that it's someone that's like, I think I'm interested in home ownership, but
Right.
I'm not sure. And to them, the $75 fee was it's a
Mm-hmm.
very reasonable investment just to learn if it was
Mm-hmm.
the right track for them. And they walked away afterwards saying, like, it gave me a lot to think about, and I just need a couple months, but I think I want to do it. So just even if you don't know if you're ready to buy a home, it's a great resource.
Yeah, I think it's so much better than just getting on the Google, and like just typing
Yes.
it all out and figuring out like you have somebody local, fairly local at least, like teaching you about what it's like up here, what you
Yeah.
need, like without all the extra, rabbit holes that we
Yes.
can
Yes,
fall into. So
exactly.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely be sharing that out. So okay, sweet Emily, if we've kind of touched it all,
Yeah.
and I know there's more, and I know there's a lot that you probably go
There's
through
a
with
lot.
your people. So hopefully we can send some families your way. And I'm super excited about all those homes being built. And I mean, as you said, there's such a need. So
Yes.
I'm glad to have
Yes.
you doing that work.
Yeah, and we appreciate everything you guys do with the community too, and building these connections that we're doing today, and hopefully we're able to help a few more families with this.
Awesome. Well, thanks. Thanks everybody who
Thank
popped in.
you.
And if anybody has any questions, you can always put it in the comments in this Facebook event, but you can head to the website.
Yep.
What is it? NorthwestMIHabitat.org,
Yep. Yep.
and fill out that form, and we'll
And then
hopefully
if
get
you
things
wanted to
going.
call, our number is 231-348-6926. And we'll happily do some intake over the phone or answer any questions you have.
348-6926.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna pop
Or
that.
did you want to put my email in there too?
Sure.
Okay, it's Emily, Emily, at northwestmihabitat.org.
Habitat.org. All right, so both of those numbers, northwestmihabitat.org. All right, pop that in there, and hopefully you hear from a whole bunch of people
I hope
when you do
so.
that. So thanks everybody for popping in, and let us know if you have any
Yep.
questions, and we'll see you guys the next time.